In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on October 28, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Philadelphia 76ers versus Toronto Raptors. The Philadelphia 76ers will pay a visit to the Toronto Raptors on Friday for a matchup between Atlantic Division opponents. To some surprise, Toronto has the better record at 3-2, as Philadelphia has dropped 4 of its first 5 games to start the season, including Wednesday's tilt versus Toronto 119-109. The 76ers are 3-14 to 1 76ers in their last 18 road games and 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The Raptors are 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 Friday games and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The under is 5-2 in 76ers last 7 overall. The under is 7-3 in Raptors last 10 overall. The 76ers are 6-16 against the spread in the last 22 meetings in Toronto. In the rematch between these two teams, Toronto is a 1-point home favorite. On Wednesday, Philly was a 1-point road dog. For the oddsmakers to get this game's margin of victory correct, Philly needs a more spirited effort to keep it close. The Sixers simply aren't playing good basketball this season on offense or defense and aren't getting enough contributions from their bench players. Philly added P.J. Tucker, Danuel House, Montrezl Harrell, and D'Anthony Melton this offseason to bolster its reserve unit, which has been a cause for concern in recent years. Through 5 games, the bench ranks last in the NBA in points per game. The team's offensive pace has been painfully slow as well, ranking last in the league and slowest of any NBA team in the past 6 years, per StatMuse. The Philadelphia 76ers are probably the more talented team on paper, but they're not playing well through 5 contests, and they're getting crushed defensively. The Toronto Raptors are always a tough out at home, and they just beat the 76ers by 10 points on Wednesday. In the winning effort, the Raptors shot 54.8% from the field and made 16 threes. The 76ers will be out for revenge against the Raptors after getting beaten on Wednesday, but they've really struggled so far this season, so it's hard to be too confident about their chances. The Raptors have looked like a more settled unit so far, and they should be able to get another win over the 76ers while they're still trying to find their feet. So the Toronto Raptors to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Philadelphia's offense is moving at a snail's pace, and these two teams just played against each other 2 days ago. The Raptors hit a lot of transition buckets last game and shot their highest field goal percentage of the season, including 16 threes. That's not going to happen every night. Plus, with Philly's bench contributing so few points, it puts a lot of extra pressure on Harden, Maxey, and Embiid. While the latter two scored 31 points apiece on Wednesday night, I'm expecting Toronto to do a better job limiting the 76ers' big 3 on Friday. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Indiana Pacers versus Washington Wizards. The Indiana Pacers battle the Washington Wizards in a divisional clash on Friday night. The Pacers were dealt a road loss in Chicago on Wednesday. The Wizards posted a dominating home win against the Pistons on Tuesday night. These foes met in the season opener in a game the Wizards defeated the Pacers by a 114-107 score. Looking at the betting trends, the Pacers are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games against a team with a winning record and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Wizards are 3-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games, 9-25 against the spread in their last 35 games against a team with a losing record, and 6-21 against the spread in their last 28 games following a win. Head-to-head, the over is 6-2 in the last 8 meetings overall. The Pacers are 0-4 against the spread in the last 4 meetings in Washington, and the Pacers are 1-3 against the spread in the last 5 meetings overall. Washington has had success to begin the season, primarily primarily with their defense as they have been able to limit the Bulls, Pistons, and the Pacers as those three teams average just 102 points per game against Washington. Meanwhile, these two teams have already played with the game being played in Indiana, and Washington was able to win by 7, which would cover this spread. The Wizards are also better at home as they are 2-0 to begin the season in DC, while Indiana's lone win this season was at home against Detroit. And on the road, they have lost both games by more than 6 points. The Pacers have yet to find any consistent success so far, and their confidence took another hit after getting dismantled by the Bulls on Wednesday. The Wizards have hit the ground running, and they've been doing it without having to rely on Beal to score all their points. The Pacers are 0-4 against the spread in the last 4 meetings in Washington. The Indiana Pacers are a complete mess at both ends of the floor, and they're not covering numbers in these losses either. It's hard to get behind a team like the Pacers with the sloppy play and the inability to put money in bettors' pockets. The Washington Wizards are quietly playing good basketball, and their defense could certainly give the Pacers issues. This feels like two teams heading in different directions. At this point, there's little reason to believe the Pacers can sneak a road win straight up, and even having the spread at -6 in Washington's favor feels like an overstatement on Indiana's behalf. The team should start to get better production from Miles Turner as he gets into a groove, but I'm not buying the Pacers to win, and I can't buy them to cover. Washington gets this one, and when the final horn sounds, it might be more convincing than you think. So the Washington Wizards to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Washington's defense has been solid while Indiana's offense failed to get going against Washington earlier this year. The Wizards are 3-1 in hitting the under this season, while the Pacers are 3-2 in hitting the under. Although Indiana's offense has played well, that was against bad defenses in San Antonio and Detroit while on the road this season. The Pacers are 2-0 in hitting the under. Even though Indiana is playing at a pace of 106, which ranks 3rd in the NBA, Washington ranks 22nd at 100.2, and I expect them to slow it down and make this one a low-scoring affair again. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Knicks versus Milwaukee Bucks, a pair of Eastern Conference foes, one from the big city and one from a smaller market, collide on the hardwood in Cream City. The New York Knicks are on the road as they make the trip west to face the Milwaukee Bucks Friday night. New York managed to regroup to knock off Charlotte 134-131 in overtime at home Wednesday night, failing to cover the line as a 7.5-point favorite in the game. Milwaukee rallied in the second half to take care of Brooklyn, winning 110-99 and covering the 3-point line in the process. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Bucks own a 119-105 advantage and have won 9 of the last 12 meetings, including 3 straight. Milwaukee claimed a 123-108 home win in the most recent matchup back on January 28, 2022. Looking at the betting trends, the Knicks are 11-1 against the spread in their last 12 road games, 9-3 against the spread in their last 12 games against a team with a winning record, and 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The Bucks are 3-7-1 against the spread in their last 11 home games and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games following a win of more than 10 points. Head-to-head, the under is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings overall. The Knicks are 3-9 against the spread in the last 12 meetings overall, and the Knicks are 2-5-1 against the spread in the last 8 meetings in Milwaukee. Both teams have kept opponents at with their solid defense so far this season. Both defense are limiting the opposition's 3-point percentage, which shows that neither team will have a window to pull away by getting hot from deep. And neither team is great from deep as they both rank in the lower half of the league. The difference in this one will come down to who win the rebound battle. The real key for me in this one is the Knicks are a very aggressive team, and thanks to the awful free throw percentage of the Bucks, they will not be afraid to send them to the line. The Milwaukee Bucks are tough to bet against at home, but they're still undermanned without Middleton and Connaughton. The New York Knicks have a defensive identity, but their offense is 2nd in scoring and 7th in field goal percentage. Only a 4-game sample size, but the Knicks are becoming intriguing, especially in the underdog role. Brunson's efficiency on offense and the great ability of the Knicks to create second chances will keep them in this one and allow for the cover. So the New York Knicks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. New York has seen the overhit in 3 of their 4 games this season. The Knicks are slightly below average in the tempo department, ranking 18th in that category with 99.5 possessions a night. New York just edged over the number in their lone road game, combining for 227 points with the Grizzlies to slip past the number of 226.5 points. Milwaukee has seen the under hit in 2 of their 3 games this season. The Bucks went over the number in their first home game, posting a combined 230 points against a number of 228 in the win over Houston, before combining for 209 points to fall well short of the 228.5-point number against the Nets. Milwaukee is 19th in tempo as they average 98.9 possessions per game. With the stinginess of the Bucks defense and the fact that they have the better talent, they should be able to control the game flow. This game winds up falling below the total as a result. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.